I'm gonna do a bunch of bad shit, and then I'm gonna leave, is what happened to Kris Tyson. Oh, welcome back, players, to another episode of Mirror, Mirror on the Wall, whomst is the wackiest of them all. Today we'll be talking about Kris Tyson, or Kris the Meme God, if Kris even goes by that anymore. I'm almost positive I don't have to tell y'all who Kris is, so y'all don't get a synopsis before the mission, or whatever I be calling it nowadays. But if y'all absolutely need to know this guy's lore, he's MrBeast's sidekick. That's it. Alright, boom. Now that we got that over with, we can get into the drama. Not even drama, but like criminal charges, I guess. There's also so much to go over in this video, so that's why I'm like trying to speed run the intro. Now, because there is so much going on, like I said, we're just gonna go through all of the events from least to worst in terms of severity. Now, just because I said we're going from least to worst doesn't mean that the, least worst, in my opinion, right now isn't still abominably bad, because we'll be starting off with the fact that there's not even really allegations on this one. This one's just actually straight up true. So in the MrBeast video, I assume they were in Kris's house. I could only imagine that's whose house they were in, because there was just like lolly hentai on the wall. And for obvious reasons, I'm not gonna show that in my video, but you can definitely find it on YouTube and on Twitter. It's already bad enough that, it was just basically CP, but it was also drawn by the same person that drew Keemstar's 6-year-old daughter in some CP as well. Yeah, let that sink in for a second. Kris bought art, if you can even almost call it that. I sure as fuck wouldn't. Nevertheless, Kris bought some CP from the same guy that made CP of Keemstar's daughter. The only response I have to that is simply just, what the fuck? Kris is a sick la dude, or I guess a sick la girl. Like, buying that type of shit or commissioning it or whatever he did with that is already bad enough. That's just terrible and nasty and sick. But what's even worse is that he went out of his way to buy it from someone who willingly made CP of someone else's daughter. Unfortunately, that's not where Kris's reign of terror ends. I guess since all this happened, people were doing some digging and they found his old channel, like Tyson 34 or some shit like that. Not important. What is important though is the fact that one of the videos on there was pretty bad. And by pretty bad, I mean this dude should probably be locked up in a jail somewhere for at least minimum like maybe 15 years. Because Kris uploaded a video on there where he was talking about the situation and then just linked the revenge porn.
How's it going, you guys? So recently everybody's been hearing about the Jeanette McCurdy leak of her photo. What the story is, she sent pictures to her boyfriend, her now ex-boyfriend, and he leaked them out. And she is a very popular Nickelodeon star on the show iCarly, and probably seen as the pulling of the show. It'll probably be taken off the air. Second off, you'll probably see the photos get taken down at some point tonight, maybe tomorrow, because Nickelodeon has that kind of power. But the link's in the description if you want to see them. I mean, I'm not endorsing people to go look at somebody else's private business, but I know that people might want to see them, so it's there if you want it.
And you'd probably click on that video thinking, oh, he's just about to talk about the situation. No, he just straight up drops the fucking link in the description for some reason, and then tries to play it off talking about, oh, well, I don't endorse looking at him, but like, you should. So yeah, you could say that Kris's career is basically spiraling along with his rapid porn addiction. And this is also why I said just like criminal charges at this point, because this is just not legal. You just can't share revenge porn. It also just goes to show how sick Kris is. So you're telling me you see somebody has like revenge porn on them out and then you just decide to share it? Like, why? What do you gain from this? Guys, I just found this celebrity's porn. You wanna watch it with me? No, I'm gonna go call the cops. Now, yes, all of this is genuinely some degenerate ass behavior, some absolute lobotomy patient tier thinking, but it gets much worse. Now, fast forwarding a couple years, and Kris is on Snapchat and Discord talking to minors. Now, I'll try to throw up as many screenshots and everything as I can, but there's so much stuff that's just in this situation. It's not possible to cover literally every speck of everything. But to sum up some other stuff, it's like 4chan posts, there's Reddit posts, there's tweets, everything. But Kris would always make these jokes. Apparently, they were jokes, I guess. Not sure how anyone would find these funny. There is a post on Reddit talking about teen love, and his response to that was, well, they're always 14, so you can always have teen love. Brother, that's not fucking funny, and that never will be funny. Then he had a bunch of tweets just talking about like lolly porn, just other shit like that for whatever reason. Now, sorry to skip around, but I want to go back to those texts I was talking about, because in all honesty, making like comments and making quote unquote jokes on the internet, yes, that was terrible shit and nasty shit that Kris was doing. I really want to get into is the fact that Kris was talking to minors. An anonymous person decided to come out and talk about the situation that they had experienced with Kris, and it gets very bad. You can see here in this Twitter DM that Kris says I love you, then puts like a little shocked emoji, and then just tries to correct it, I guess, and double back saying I meant I love playing Minecraft with you. Nah, here's where we gotta stop, man. This ain't even right at all. I mean, everything he's doing is wrong, but this is just absurdly wrong. Like, you can't just be telling a 14-year-old that you love them. That's just disgusting and morally not right. And in case y'all think I'm trolling or some shit, or I'm doing this for the fucking giggles or clout or whatever the fuck y'all want to be naming it for nowadays, the person comes out and says, I would like to stay anonymous, but Kris Tyson was texting me back in 2020 when I was 14. I'm 18 now. Commented on one of his tweets. He saw it and messaged me when I was young. I couldn't see how he was grooming and manipulating me, but looking back at it, I can see. So right here, bro just confesses. If it is bro, it could be sis, I guess. I don't know, whatever. But nevertheless, person decides to come forward and decide to say that they have been groomed and manipulated. Now, I also want to talk about the fact that there's a video attached to this tweet, because I did get it from Twitter, and it just goes over the conversation. It's just a screen recording. Now, first, it starts almost good. They chat back and forth about how the video's going. Kris sends like the link to it, I guess, and then says, I barely got screen time. I wish you could see me more, with like a moaning emoji. I don't know what y'all use that emoji for, but I swear that's only used for like moaning. And I'm not sure what Kris means by I wish you could see me more. Like, obviously, I'm pretty sure he means in the video, but why would that matter to this 14-year-old little kid? Now, here's the important part where Kris says, your birthday is coming up, isn't it? And then the person says, yeah, December 2nd. And Kris asks, you're turning, as in like, what age are you turning? And the person says 14. So it wasn't even a 14-year-old, it was a 13-year-old. Kris then asks if they won anything and that, you know, Kris could spoil them because of all that MrBeast money. So they respond saying we could play Fortnite. I guess they really weren't trying to ask for too much, which I respect, I guess. And then again, Kris is like, well, you sure you don't want anything? I could spoil you. Major alert, major alert. You shouldn't be trying to spoil a 13-year-old unless it's your own kid. After that, Kris says, go check Snap. I'm not sure what was on Snapchat. I don't even honestly want to know. And Kris after that says, I'm tired. Texting you is the only thing keeping me awake right now. I'm no morality checker ever or anything, but I don't think a 13-year-old little boy should be keeping you up all night texting. Like, that should not be the thing that keeps you up and gives you energy. The kid dodges that like any kid should, just asking when you leave we could play Fortnite. Well, not asking, I guess, but like suggesting, and then just says or Minecraft. Now, that was just one of the minors that Kris was entangled with, because there was another that wasn't so fortunate to understand what Kris was actually doing back in the day, because there was a person on Twitter by the name of Lava GS. Now, obviously, when all the like hentai CP stuff was going on, Kris was being attacked for that. Not really even attacked, but like people were making videos on it. And out of the woodwork, Lava GS, I guess somebody that Kris was entangled with, he decided to come out and say these videos are massive lies and twisting the truth. Ava never did anything wrong and just made a few edgy jokes. I was never exploited or taken advantage of. That alone lets you know how much of a prestige max tier fucking manipulator Kris is. Now, there's way more in this situation, but I'm not trying to be here for 14 hours covering every speck of details ever. Like I say in all my videos, I'm the one that gives y'all all the information within a timely manner, all nice and concise, so y'all can figure out what's going on. Got a couple more things we gotta talk about, and then we can wrap this episode up. Obviously, since all this was going on, Kris needs to come out and, you know, apologize or do something about this. So Kris did, and it was cookie cutter and AI as fuck. Kris's only real response to any of this is, I would like to apologize for any of my past behavior or comments if I hurt or offended anyone. It's not my intent. Seeing recent recent events, we've mutually decided it's best I permanently step away from all things MrBeast and social media to focus on my family and mental health. Kris, are you ever gonna address literally anything that I've been talking about over the past like 8 minutes, 9 minutes? And even then, there's way more other shit that I didn't cover, only because it's a lot of the same thing. Kris just being weird on the internet, just saying weird stuff on like Reddit and, like I said, 4chan and shit. Nevertheless, are you going to address literally any of that at all, even a little bit? Because this ain't enough. Man, I want more. Saying that you want to take time to focus on your mental health and family is good and all, but I don't give a fuck. You're a nasty, dirty, creepy piece of shit, and you ought to apologize for that appropriately to everyone you've affected, and address the fact that you were buying CP and proudly hanging it in your house. And then there's all those quote unquote edgy jokes that Kris decided to like label them as. I said it once, I'll say it again. There's a certain level of fucking edgy that you can achieve, and talking about weird stuff with kids and about kids just ain't right. 2 more things and then we can get out of here, bladers. It got so bad to the point where MrBeast obviously had to get involved. He made this long tweet saying, over the last few days, I've become aware of serious allegations about Kris's behavior online, and I am disgusted and opposed to such unacceptable behavior. Obviously, I'm paraphrasing a little bit. Nevertheless, he continues to say, during that time, I've been focused on hiring an independent third party to conduct a thorough investigation to ensure I have all the facts. That said, I've seen enough online and taken immediate action to remove Ava from the company, my channel, and any association with MrBeast. I do not condone or support any of the inappropriate actions. I'll let the independent investigators have all the time they need to conduct a comprehensive investigation, and will take any further actions based on their findings. Again, obviously paraphrasing. So yeah, even MrBeast is basically saying, yeah, fuck this, I'm not dealing with this anymore. I'm just gonna hire a private investigator and we'll just take it from there. And the last thing I wanted to cover before we can end this episode, a lot of people were getting into beefs about nothing when this happened. Sneako's cuckold ass decided to go after Moist Critical for apparently not uploading the video fast enough, even though he uploaded the video at the same pace he uploads every other video. I guess Sneako got his ass beat too many times and now he has amnesia or something. And on top of that, people like Cheeto and Sensitive Society were getting attacked for literally no reason. And Lava GS wasn't helping, telling people to tell them to stop spreading lies when they weren't even talking about Lava in the first place. All in all, some wacky beef started happening after this that didn't even like coincide with what was already going on in the first place. People need to open their fucking eyes. Can we talk about what's important, like the little kids that are getting diddled right now? I think that just about covers everything. Duh, I didn't cover every single minute detail because again, we'd literally be here for hours. But Kris needs to stop diddling with kids if Kris isn't still diddling with kids, and that just needs to be the end of that. Also, Kris needs jail time because straight up what Kris did was illegal. There's no way around it. You can't tiptoe around this and try to water it down. Like I said, I'm tired of talking about people with insane amounts of money that love to diddle with kids. That just about wraps up this episode of Mirror Mirror on the Wall. Whomst is the wackiest of them all. Congratulations, Bladers. You've made it all the way to the end. I seen you laughing while you was eating your ruffles. Can I have a ruffle? No? Oh, okay. You might as well subscribe to the channel since you was laughing though. Stay tuned in to see what happens next on Beyblade. Bye-bye. Time to go edit this video. Welcome back. Alert, welcome back, alert. Hey, welcome back to a special outro. I hope you enjoyed the video. I just in addition to make a special outro. If you like the video, leave a like. If you dislike the video, don't ever dislike my video either. And yeah, if you want more me, more wacky, hit my Twitch. That's twitch.tv/JoshVHS. Hey, one take. Got the Hacker Killer, Yazan, and Frednum collab fucking recorded. Just like had a major stumble over all my words, goodness. So yeah, that'll be edited whenever I get to it. I'm not sure, but the vlog goes out before that, no exceptions. That's all I have to say other than Blade. Thank you for your time, and remember to let it rip. Cue that funky outro, man.